About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Our starter in the one, Grant Holmes. How about a report on him, Chris?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away at pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Ready to go now? Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
Number 38, Stephen Kwan.
And with that, we're underway in Atlanta.
First pitch, 7:15.
0-1 now.
Ball one.
And that drops in for a strike. On the ground to the left.
That's
and
foul.
that's just foul. Another 1-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Brings it in. One away.
Batting second, left.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
Batting third baseman.
Runner on at first with one gone. Jose Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. Check swing. He held up. Ball one. Martinez, the base runner at first with one out. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Over to Albies. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom first. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Joey Canto. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty good at the end of the day.
Tosses to first.
You're up.
One gone, bottom half of the first. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Foul ball. And now the 0-1. Way out front for strike two. Fights it off. He'll see another. And the 0-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Two outs, base is empty. And now Ozzie Albies.
Hook one.
Brings it in for the third out. Scoreless after one. Back at Truist
Leading
Park,
off for
second
Cleveland,
inning set
the
to go.
designated
David
hitter,
Fry
David
digs
Fry.
in for the Guardians. Bounce left side. Dubon gets it to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder, the next to hit.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong. Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
That one fouled off. No score here in the second. Gets a piece and stays alive. Jackknifes out of the way. There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. And gone. He made him pay for that one. And the Guardians jump in front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That one was a hitter, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One down. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Struck him out without a swing. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike three. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still two challenges left for them. Well, now 1-2 to Rhys. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Stepping in, number 74.
That's foul.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that. And a swing and that's that. Braves get one on the big fly. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
The lefty, the 1-0. Lined into right. DeLauder takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Austin.
Here is Austin Riley. And there's a foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Next
Ball
pitch is
one.
downstairs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2. Got him. 2 down.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mixing up the speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Mauricio Dubon, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Ball two.
Into center. And it drops in. And that keeps the inning alive.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Yastrzemski has to step out of the way for ball one.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Dubon off first with 2 away.
Yeah.
And a 1-1. Now a fly ball to right center. DeLauder on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here in Atlanta, on to the 3rd inning. Austin Hedges digs in for the Guardians.
Ball, no.
Swings through that one. Backed off the plate that time. And a payoff pitch. That
Ball
one
four.
misses.
Take your base.
So a leadoff walk.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Here's Brian Rocchio. To third, might be two. Riley tossed to second. Their second double play in just the first 3 innings here today.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Stephen Kwan will hit next. First pitch just misses. Kwan getting the start in center. He made his major league debut when he was 25 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. 2 down, nobody on. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Guardians fail to score, but they hold a 1-0 lead. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Jonah Heim. In the dirt, and that's ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Stays alive. Goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
At the plate, Michael Harris the second. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one pulled foul. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Acuna takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that one is downstairs. And the count now 2-0. And foul ball. The 2-1. Next offering is outside. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's got a chance. That's out. One hops off the wall. Coming home. He scores to tie it up.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his back path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1. And that's downstairs and outside. Man on second, 2 down. Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. That one was smoke coming off the bat, and it looked like there might have been a close play at the plate. Good job of base running rounding third, making sure he could come in and score that run.
So 2 down. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
Hey.
The 0-1.
Ball 1.
And that's in for a strike. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. Swings through that. It's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Braves 2 and the Guardians 1. Back at Truist Park, on to the 4th. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
You know, these Guardians, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Back to right. Acuna settles under this one, and there's one away.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Here's Jose Ramirez. He hit into a double play his first time up. This one in the air, center field. Harris under it. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, David Fry.
Next for the Guards is the designated hitter, David Fry. Grounded out to short in his first trip.
Ball.
Two down, nobody on.
Hey.
And 1-2. Now one missed. Got him swinging for the K. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Guardians go down 1-2-3. And they trail it here 2-1. Bottom 4. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That's a ball.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
This one in the air. And there's one down.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Next offering is fouled back. Owen Chu now. That's towards center. Kwan settles underneath it. And there's two down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski, the second MLB Yaz, steps in. Flied to right his first time. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Pitch in the dirt, ball one. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. It's the Braves 2 and the Guardians 1. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. We go to the top of the fifth. Chase DeLauder digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
This to third. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
And here is Hoskins. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
But we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
The 0-1. Hoskins pushes it foul. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's the second baseman. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Ball one.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That misses off the outside edge.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Austin Hedges now walked his first time. And the 0-1. Good eye
Ball,
right
go.
there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
A little bit
Ball,
high.
too high.
And now it's 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So 1 hit is all they get. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Colby Allard. This is his 3rd time out this year. Here's the catcher, Jonah Heim. He's 0 for 1.
Jonah Heim.
Popped up under this one. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder Michael Harris.
So digging in, Michael Harris the second. 0 for 1 so far.
That's down.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
1 out, runner at second. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. 1 for 2. That
Ball.
one misses, and that's ball 1. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. A little bit
Ball
low.
2.
Ball
Down.
2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires over to Hoskins. Barely got him for the out. Close play.
Up next for the Braves, designated hitter
Drake Baldwin now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fouled off. He was late. Harris on third with 2 out. Ground ball to the right side. And that one handled. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Braves strand 1, but they still lead it 1. Back here in Atlanta. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Brian
Leading
Rocchio
off
getting
for
ready to
Cleveland,
hit.
Shortstop, Brian Rocchio.
Late swing, foul to the left.
Ball.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Kinley, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Two now. Just
that's
misses
outside.
the mark outside the zone.
That's a really good take.
Payoff pitch. That smash towards center. One away.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Grant Holmes won't go any further tonight. And he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Dylan Lee.
Number
This southpaw's
52,
been really
Dylan
good against left-handed hitters. Stephen Kwan, the next to hit.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
On a line out toward center. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder, Angel Martinez.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. A switch hitter batting right. That
Ball.
misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Ball.
Lee, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the 6th. On the ground, and that's just foul.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 3-2. Ball four there. Tying run is on base.
Up next for Cleveland, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Ball one.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Here's a 1-1. Here's a high chopper. Dubon takes it to the base for the force out. That's the inning. Guardians lead 1. They're down 2-1. Back at Truist Park, now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies. Yankees.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they feel very good about. Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, not much you can argue with there as a hitter. That pitch was dotted on the inside corner of the plate. I think even if he swings the bat, it blows him up and not really able to do anything with it anyhow. I think if you see that early, then perhaps you can pull those hands a little bit tighter and get the fat part of the bat to it. But I'd say overall, you just have to tip your cap on that one. Great execution.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman, Austin.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Colby Allard out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Pitching
Cleveland,
change here,
number
Eric
62.
Sabrowski.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Austin Riley at the plate.
That's a strike.
And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch is outside. And there's a ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop,
Mauricio Dubon digs in now.
Dubon.
No.
The 1-0. In the air, right field. And that is that. One left for Atlanta as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back. We're in the
Braves,
7th. We have a new
number
pitcher on the
49,
mound, Aaron Bummer. This is his 5th appearance of the year. Now it's the
Leading off for
DH,
Cleveland,
David
the
Fry.
designated hitter, David Fry.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. To the right side. Olsen steps on the bag. That's the first out in the
Next
top of
for
the 7th.
Cleveland, right fielder Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder will hit next. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball 1.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
A little bit low. Ball 2. Right through there for a strike. The Braves trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Pitch misses, and now it's 3-2. Base hit center field.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulders stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
And it's Hoskins up to the dish.
And things could change quickly here with one swing. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Hee-haw!
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Brings it in, and there are 2 outs.
Up next for Cleveland, second baseman Juan Brito.
Now it's the second baseman.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 left for the Guardians, and our score remains 2-1. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mike Yastrzemski.
Yeah.
Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Connor Brogdon up and throwing. Festa getting cranked up as well. Yo, 1 just missed. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better take.
In the air to left center. Martinez moving under this one. 1 down.
Up next for the Braves, catcher Jonah.
And now it's going to be Jonah Heim. Ball 1, no strikes.
No, outside.
That's ripped. Base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Braves, center fielder.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Ball, no.
And
Ball
that
two.
skips in the dirt. Heim leads off first with one away. That one fouled off, 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Off the mark there. Full count now. Got him looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Acuna, 1 for 3. And that's a strike. The 0-1. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That one misses. And the count 1-2. Next offering way off the plate. Breaking ball misses up and in.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. The 2-run shot, and they add on. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Curveball over for a called strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
2 down, nobody on. And that is that. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now a 4-1 ball game.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back in a
Braves.
new arm. Tyler Kinley. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Leading
Austin
off for
Hedges
Cleveland.
stands in.
Catcher,
A
Austin
strikeout
Hedges.
and a walk. The Guardians in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swings through that.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
1-1 now. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. So Hedges is gone.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Rocchio batting with one down, takes a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
To the right side, Albies. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next for Cleveland, center fielder Stephen Kwan.
So up next, Steve Kwan. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. That's to third. Throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Braves 4 and the Guardians 1.
Now pitching for
Back
Cleveland,
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
75,
roll into the bottom of the 8th. Connor Brogdon.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Now the 0-1. Could be extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Up next for the
Nice line
Braves,
drive to the pull
first
side,
baseman,
met it out front, but just threw it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Matt Olson down. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Man at second.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. The changeup missing. Ball 2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swings and misses. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. And next for Atlanta, Austin Riley. To third, Ramirez. The throw to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Braves, the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon next up for the Braves.
Hey. No.
Up the middle. And that's a base hit. Ozzie flying around third. Here's the throw. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. It's 5-1. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Now a quick throw to first. And he's back in safely.
High.
The 0-1. That's a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Braves.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Jonah Heim.
Here.
The Braves trying to break this one open here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That's way outside. And the count 1-2. Line drive to short and caught. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Last chance coming up for the Guardians. Back here in Atlanta, we go to the 9th. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Movement in the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Suarez also throwing. There's a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
The 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez. Rips that one to right. And there are 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, David Fry.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next is the designated hitter, David Fry. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Kinley, 35 years old, a former first-round pick, back in 2017. The Guardians down to their final strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Albies settles underneath it. That's the ball game.
Well, a real nice performance out of the pen. This guy is not the one who usually gets the final out, but extended his role a little bit.